Hey, welcome back. Those that follow these teachings, I'm glad that you can join me once again. You know that those that have been following me, you know that I always point out things to make you think so you can go study and research for yourself. Stop trusting what everybody else is saying. Okay? Today is July the 7th month, the 16th day, 2016. 7, 16, 16. If you break it down, it's actually the occult's number 777. There are events that's happening on this day that is very significant in end time prophecy, and it's going to fulfill itself. You will see at the end of this day, a lot of things going to be going on around the country that you probably didn't get a chance to see in the news or hear in the media. Okay, but what I want to share with you is some things that we've already heard about and seen. Okay, now what I have before you is the newspaper. Okay, concerning the Dallas shooter, and I'm gonna point out some things in this. This is the Tulsa World. Okay, it's talking about the Dallas shooter. Now I'm gonna point out a couple of things. How the media been trying to show you how they perpetrate with these words, and they use words to manipulate the meaning of what you actually see. Okay, now this paper is dated Monday, July 11, 2016. Okay, Dallas suspect taunted police doing negotiations. Okay, I'm just going to read from here. I got some stuff highlighted that I want to point out to you how they do things in the media, because it's their job to mislead you. Okay, even if you're looking at what they're saying, the words make you not believe what you see. Okay, you'll see what I'm saying. Just pay attention to it. Okay, Dallas police shootings. Dallas suspect taunted police during negotiations. He laughed, sang, and asked how many were dead, the police chief said. Okay, the police chief said this, but if these police have body cams, I guarantee you the footage is never going to be shown to the public. Okay, they just recently passed a law where they don't have to show the body cam footage to the public. There's a reason for that. Okay, all right. Dallas. The suspect in a deadly attack on Dallas police taunted authorities during 2 hours of negotiations, laughing at them, singing, and at one point asking how many officers he had shot. The police chief said, this is what the police chief said, okay? Now remember, they're not going to allow you to see the body cam of the police officers. I guarantee you that's never going to come out. Okay, what was actually said, or the dialect between the shooter and the police. Okay, and it goes on to say the chief and the county's most senior elected official also said Micah Johnson. Okay, Micah is a book in the Bible that we're going to take a look at, because there's something in here that is spiritually about this, about a prophecy that's taking place. Okay, Micah Johnson, Johnson, that's his last name, which is 7 letters. Okay, had larger plans and possessed enough explosive material to inflict greater harm. If he had enough explosive to inflict greater harm, why didn't he use it? Okay, all right. They always like to show you their version versus what actually happened, and to add stuff to it to make it, to exaggerate what really happened. Okay, we're convinced that this suspect had other plans and thought that what he was doing was righteous, and to believe that he was going to target law enforcement, make us pay for what he sees as law enforcement's efforts to punish people of color. Brown told CNN State of the Union. Johnson, a black Army veteran. Okay, why couldn't he just be Johnson, an Army veteran? Okay, there's a reason why they do this. They play trickery with the words. They use words as weapons, okay, to make it exaggerate their point, okay. Johnson, a black Army vet. I guarantee you, if this guy was a Caucasian veteran, that's what they would have said. He's just an Army veteran. Color wouldn't have came into play because they're trying to play this out as terrorists, the dark color people as terrorists. Okay? Johnson, a black Army veteran, insisted on speaking with a black negotiator and wrote in blood on the wall of a parking garage where a police cornered and later killed him. Brown said the gunman wrote the letters RB. We're going to take a look at RB, what that could be in reference to, okay, biblically, okay. And other markings, the gunman wrote the letters RB and other markings, but the meaning was unclear. Investigators are trying to decipher the writing by looking through evidence from Johnson's suburban Dallas home, Brown said. Now these people that's doing this to me, they can put anything in there to make you believe what they want you to believe. Okay? But pay attention to this. The writing suggested that Johnson was wounded in a shootout with police. By him writing in blood, they determined that he must have been wounded in order to be writing in his own blood. Okay? Now listen very carefully to how this is worded. Okay? The writing suggested that Johnson was wounded in a shootout with police. An autopsy will confirm exactly how many times he was hit. Okay? If you blew this man up with a remote control robot, how are you going to do an autopsy to determine how many times he got shot? Pay attention, okay? It goes on to say, Dallas County Judge Clay Jenkins said authorities do not have any independent report from an officer saying, "I think I hit him." Jenkins said the police chief defended the decision to kill Johnson with a bomb. They already had it in their mind to kill this guy because something ain't right. He was not alone doing this. Okay? They got to portray him as being alone. I'm telling you, something ain't right. Okay? Pay attention. The police chief defended the decision to kill Johnson with a bomb delivered by a remote control robot, saying negotiations went nowhere and that the officers could not approach him without putting themselves in danger. Okay, once again, the body cams will not be shown because there is a law that just came out recently that the police do not have to show the footage from the body cams to the public. There's a reason why all this is happening, people. Pay attention. Pay attention. Okay, it goes on to say, approach him without putting themselves in danger. Brown said he became increasingly concerned that at a split second he would charge us, meaning Johnson would charge them, and take out many more before we would kill him. Okay? Pay attention how they worded that. They could have said before we could kill him, he would have taken out many of us before we could kill him. But they use before we would kill him, meaning we will kill him, meaning they already had in mind to kill him. Okay, let's take a look at this video. Okay, if you notice in this video, you don't have any narration or any reporter telling you what you're looking at. So you're free to make up your own mind what you're looking at.
Hold the fuck on! Yeah, I know, baby. I get it, baby. Please, me. He's down. trouble.
Okay, now in this next clip, you're going to have a commentator. And see how it varies from the clip that I just showed you compared to what he's guiding your attention to and how he's manipulating the scene by telling you what to look at and what you're seeing.
He runs to the opposite side. He has on a jacket, has on some light slacks, it appears. There's a trash can there in that pillar. Now he's kind of crouching down behind that. You see the SUV with flashers on.
Yes, I see that. And
Seems to be shooting from a different angle.
yes, he's shooting. You can tell.
And the person could be, here comes someone running up, shots are fired, he comes around the pillar.
Yes, it's obvious that the person who was shot in this instance, there's still shots going on, was unaware that the other person was there at that time. We don't know if one of these people is going to be a police officer. It's not unusual in a situation like this for a major event for a large police department to have undercover officers who would be in the crowd and commingling with the crowd so that they can give intelligence back to the people at the command center. It's quite possible that could have been one of those people in this, and the bad person, the suspect in this case, took advantage of them without them knowing it.
Who puts this type of plan of attack together, Chief?
You have to be careful. This media, while you tripped up, you can be looking at something and they're telling you their version of what they see and cause you not to even believe what you're seeing. This guy sat up here and said he's crouching behind the waistband to get a trash can. The guy wasn't even over there by the trash can yet, and he stood up next to it. They manipulate things with words. Okay, but let's get on in this word, because I was shown something about this stuff. Okay, let's cover the guy's name. Okay, Micah Johnson. Okay, Micah Johnson. Because there's a book in the Bible called Micah. Okay, I want you to join me there. Johnson has 7 letters in it. We're going to go to Johnson chapter 7. And I'm going to read something out here. First, let's look at, let's take it. Okay, yeah, we're going to do his name first. Let's do his name first. Okay, Micah Johnson. Okay, the book of Micah. Johnson has 7 letters, so we're going to go to chapter 7. I truly believe something spiritual is happening here. I'm not saying that God put him here to do what he did, but the Most High speak in many ways. Okay? He's going to reach us in many ways because we are his eyes and his ears and his mouthpieces in this earth. Okay? Now, if you turn to Micah 7, I'm going to read something and you just listen to what it says. If it speak to you, it speak to you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay? Chapter 7, book of Micah. Woe is me, for I am as when they have gathered the summer fruits. Now you got to understand, this movement, this Black Matters movement and all this stuff that's happening is the summer of chaos that the government is bringing full force on the masses to cause civil unrest and this Black Lives Movement and this racial war, okay, against the masses. It's going to go throughout this whole nation, okay? It's playing out. Turkey has already declared martial law over in Turkey, and it's soon going to be acted out here. This is what this is ushering in, okay? Now, let me continue reading. Chapter 7 of the book of Micah. Woe is me, for I am as when they have gathered the summer fruits. This is pointing to the fact that the summer of chaos, this chaotic stuff, this is order out of chaos. They always have to create confusion and chaos and come in like they're the saviors. Okay. As the grape gleanings of the vintage, there is no cluster to eat. My soul desired the first ripe fruit. The first ripe fruit. The good man is perished out of the earth. The good man is perished out of the earth. Okay? The Most High's children are being killed, martyred. They're being killed off. Okay? And there is none upright among men. They all lie in wait for blood. This is what's happening. Okay? There's nation against nation. Okay? Everybody's laying and waiting for each other's blood. Tit for tat. You kill us, we gonna kill you. You kill one of ours, we gonna kill one of yours. Okay, this is what's going on. This civil unrest in the nation right now. Okay, they hunt every man his brother with a net. Okay, they try to entrap you. Okay, they try to entrap you. When they stop you with these fake traffic stops and all that, they try to do things to cause you to react, so they have a reason to say they fear for their life. This is what's going on throughout the whole nation. Okay, they hunt every man his brother with a net. Verse 3, that they may do evil with both hands earnestly. The prince asketh, and the judge asketh for reward. Okay, there are bounties and rewards put on terrorists' heads. Those that they put high on the FBI list, they have rewards on that are terrorists. Okay, now the ones that they have these rewards on are all dark color races. Okay, now if they can make the word or the term terrorist stick to the dark colors, we will all be considered terrorists, and we will all have a reward on our head because they would deem us as terrorists. It's a big picture. There's an agenda of what's going on. You got to pay attention to what's going on in this world because we are truly living in the last days. Okay? And it goes on to say, and the great man, he uttereth his mischievous desire, so they wrap it up. They're going to be concealing the truth. They're going to lie. They're going to do things to try to hide the truth by making you think that they are reporting the truth or showing you the truth, but they are actually showing you deception. They have been deceptive in the way that they are showing you the truth, meaning they're lying to you. Their version of the truth is lying to you. They give you the unrighteousness by withholding the righteousness. Okay? Okay, it goes on to say, verse 4, the best of them is as a briar. The most upright is sharper than a thorn hedge. The day of the watchman, now pay attention to how this worded. The day of thy watchman and thy visitation cometh. Okay? Now shall be their perplexity. Perplexity. Let's look up the word perplexity. Okay, meaning confusion. Confusion. Meaning confusion, chaos. Okay? Okay, now trust ye not in a friend. Okay, you got to understand, all of this confusion, this unrighteousness that's going on, unlawlessness, is to get civil unrest, to create or make you think the media is portraying it as total chaos so they can bring in this martial law. Okay, this is what it's all about. Okay, now remember I shared with you in an earlier video about the President's Executive Order 13603. How it's stated in there, they're going to use food, water, and resources as weapons against the masses. Okay, it's going to cause people to be going through starvation, so they're going to willingly give themselves over to FEMA camps in the hopes of getting food for themselves. Now pay attention to what this next verse is saying. Okay, trust, verse 5. Trust ye not in a friend, put ye not confidence in a guide. Keep the doors of thy mouth from her that lieth in thy bosom. For the son of For the son dishonoreth the father, the daughter riseth up against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's enemies are the men of his own house. Okay? They're causing people, they're going to cause people to turn on families through starvation or implementing this martial law and this mark of the beast. All this stuff is a big agenda to cause people to give people over to the beast. Okay, they're going to use food and all this stuff, the Section 8 housing, food stamps, all this stuff going to be taken away. They're going to shut down your bank accounts. They're going to wipe out your money. You ain't going to have no means of being able to support yourself or food. You're going to have to rely on the government. Okay, meaning you're going to be starving, especially women that have young children that have been relying on the government. They're going to cut all that off, and now you're going to have to take the mark of the beast in order to receive assistance. Okay? You're going to have to receive this beast system in order to receive assistance from the government. That was the whole agenda, to get you used to something so you can be in complete acceptance of this. Okay? People going to be starving. They're going to turn on their own mamas. They're going to turn on their own brothers. They're going to turn on their own daddy or their fathers in order just to be fed. Okay? And this is what's going to be happening. Okay? Also, chaos is without form. Okay? When the Most High created, He separated the earth from the waters. It was chaotic, without form. Okay, meaning, okay, you have no form, but because He spoke and created you, you are actually matter and antimatter. Matter meaning light, antimatter meaning darkness. You are actually a light that's blinking on real fast. If you can see spiritually, that's what it is. Okay, because we live in a natural realm, it moves so fast you appear to be solid. Okay, you appear to be solid in one form. Okay, but this is what it's all about. Okay, now I also have some other stuff to show you about how they gonna use food, which they're doing it already. You have to pay close attention to what you're buying and reading. They always point your attention to how much sodium, sugar, fats, and all that, but you never read at the bottom of the label. Okay? I want to draw your attention to this. Check this out. This is reduced fat Jif creamy peanut butter. Okay? You're going to notice on the back it has partially produced with genetic engineering. I noticed it also on Gatorade bottles. You're going to start noticing this on all your foods. Pay close attention. Okay, let's cover what he wrote, what Michael Johnson wrote in blood. Okay, they say he wrote the letters RB. Okay, and trying to figure out or spiritually what this meaning may be, it took me to Matthew 23:35. Okay, the book of Matthew, chapter 23, verse 35. Okay, 23, Matthew 23:35. That upon you may come all the righteous blood. RB, from my understanding, may mean righteous blood. That upon you may come all the righteous blood shed upon the earth, from the blood of righteous Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, son of Barachias, whom ye slew between the temple and the altar. Okay, also RB led me to Luke, the book of Luke 11:51. Book of Luke 11:51, which reads, from the blood of Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, which perished between the altar and the temple. Verily I say unto you, it shall be required of this generation. I truly believe the events that we've seen play out before us are warnings to this generation, as it has already been pointed out in the days before this, that we are living in the last days, and we're being warned that all this stuff is getting ready to come to a point where it's just going to explode. Okay, it's just going to be total chaos. Okay. Also, like I said, this is reduced fat, Jif creamy peanut butter. Years old. Okay. The book of Micah, you might want to also read partially produced with genetic engineering. The whole chapter, as well as chapter 5. The back of the whole chapter. Bottles of Gatorade, okay, other products. I went through that and I read there's going to be some powerful stuff in there that you need to read. Okay, as well as chapter 7, which I just read for you. Try to break down, so you get some understanding about what's going on spiritually about this. Okay. Now, I hope this has been helpful to you. Okay. Now, you guys stay prayed up and seek the Most High. Repent, turn from your ways, and start trying to do what you can to get a relationship with the Most High, because the only way we're going to get up out of this is when, through our death, and when the Messiah come and get us up out of this. Okay. You guys stay prayed up. I keep you guys in my prayer. I shall return.